Now Zelensky has passed a law. Is he the president of Ukraine anymore? Is that law enforceable? What is the legal status of that? The reason why we're here is we don't want to fight in this war. And then to see what Europe does. The bottom line is, though, it's not going to solve Ukraine's manpower issues, because even if these people come in, you don't go to, if you go to war with unmotivated soldiers, you tend to lose. And I can't think of anything that would make you more unmotivated than be pulled out unwillingly, evicted from what you thought was your European safe haven, compelled to go back to Ukraine to serve in an army you don't want to serve in, to fight in a war you don't want to fight, with training that's insufficient to the task, with leadership that is corrupt, against an enemy that's got its act together. So at the end of the day, this is going to have zero impact on the battlefield. The mobilization law is not going to generate the kind of manpower necessary to cause Ukraine to solve its manpower problem. Its manpower problem is grave. It needs solving today, and it's not being solved today.
Welcome back to our channel. Today, we delve into the latest, most explosive developments in the Ukraine conflict. Prepare yourselves for some truly shocking revelations that you won't hear anywhere else. From unprecedented casualty numbers to major strategic shifts, we've got it all. And don't miss our exclusive insight from former UN Weapons Inspector Scott Ritter, who provides a unique perspective on these critical events. Stay tuned as we uncover the dramatic twists and turns that are reshaping this conflict. Let's jump right in. Let's start with a staggering update. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, Ukraine has suffered unprecedented losses. The numbers are chilling. Just yesterday, Ukrainian forces experienced 1,860 casualties in a single day. This shocking figure shatters all previous records, surpassing the roughly 1,600 daily losses reported last week and the 1,700 casualties recorded just by last weekend. It seems the intense conflict near Kharkov has escalated the situation to unprecedented levels, setting 3 historic records for Ukrainian casualties within a week. This is an extraordinary and alarming development. The implications of these losses are profound. Ukrainian officers have acknowledged that the scale of the casualties is overwhelming. Despite the lack of new front lines, the fierce engagements in the Kharkiv region have significantly contributed to these devastating figures. The relentless intensity of the conflict in this area has created conditions for such massive losses, highlighting the severe toll on Ukrainian forces. These casualties are not just numbers but represent a tragic human cost. The devastating impact on families and communities is immeasurable. As we delve deeper, we will see how these losses affect not only personnel but also military equipment and resources, which are equally critical in this ongoing conflict. This catastrophic number is not just a statistic, it's a devastating reality. Ukrainian military officials themselves have admitted that the scale of the losses is staggering. Despite no new significant front lines, the ongoing combat in and around Kharkiv has substantially contributed to these immense casualties. The relentless fighting in this critical area has led to a situation where the losses are far beyond any previous records. As we continue, let's examine the specific impacts on military equipment and resources. Scott Ritter has provided a stark analysis of the situation, stating that Ukraine is being crushed by Russian forces. He points out that the loss ratio has escalated from 1 to 10 to 1 to 20, and now possibly even 1 to 30. This is because Russia is amassing its forces and producing equipment at an accelerated pace, reaching a tipping point where it has become almost impossible for Ukraine to effectively respond. Now, let's break down the specifics of military equipment losses. The toll on Ukraine's resources is immense. In addition to the human casualties, Ukraine has lost 11 heavy armored fighting vehicles, including 3 tanks and 19 artillery pieces, with 5 being self-propelled. They also lost 32 other combat vehicles and 103 UAVs. Not to mention, 12 ATACMS missiles were shot down, along with a Tochka missile and 9 HIMARS rockets. These losses in equipment are crippling for the Ukrainian forces. It's not just the quantity but the quality of these assets that is concerning. The destruction of sophisticated weaponry and vehicles suggests a severe blow to Ukraine's operational capabilities. Scott Ritter emphasizes that with the Russian military's growing strength and rapid production of equipment, Ukraine's chances of mounting an effective counter-offensive are dwindling. The strategic implications of these equipment losses are profound, highlighting the increasingly one-sided nature of this conflict. With Russia's relentless advance and superior manufacturing capabilities, the Ukrainian forces find themselves at a severe disadvantage. The continued loss of critical equipment further exacerbates their precarious situation, raising serious questions about their ability to sustain prolonged resistance. Next, we'll explore how these losses are influencing the broader strategic landscape. Turning to strategic movements, Russia is issuing urgent warnings about the surge of UAV incursions near its northern borders. Although the exact numbers remain unspecified, these unmanned aerial vehicles are reportedly breaching defenses in critical regions such as Voronezh, Smolensk, and Tula. These territories are not just vital strategic positions but also contain crucial infrastructure, including the nuclear power plant in Kursk, which underscores the potential threat level. Recently, Russia's defense forces have intercepted a staggering number of over 70 units, including advanced ATACMS missiles directed at Crimea, along with hundreds of UAVs. The scale of these interceptions reflects the intensity of the ongoing conflict. While both sides are still clarifying the full extent of these operations, the data indicates a significant escalation. The Russian military's efficiency in countering these threats highlights their strategic preparedness and robust defense mechanisms. The interception of these units is a testament to Russia's advanced defensive capabilities. The ATACMS missiles, designed for precision strikes, and the swarms of UAVs aimed at strategic targets, demonstrate the heightened level of aggression from Ukrainian forces. Despite these efforts, Russian defenses have shown resilience, successfully neutralizing these threats. The implications are profound, suggesting that Ukraine's attempts to penetrate deep into Russian territory are being effectively countered. This ongoing tit-for-tat of strategic offensives and robust defenses is shaping the broader conflict dynamics. The ability of Russian forces to repel these attacks not only safeguards their critical infrastructure but also sends a strong message about their defensive prowess. As the situation evolves, these strategic movements will play a pivotal role in determining the conflict's trajectory. With that in mind, let's take a closer look at the significant strikes and their consequences. Turning to strategic movements, Russia is issuing urgent warnings about the surge of UAV incursions near its northern borders. Although the exact numbers remain unspecified, these unmanned aerial vehicles are reportedly breaching defenses in critical regions such as Voronezh, Smolensk, and Tula. These territories are not just vital strategic positions but also contain crucial infrastructure, including the nuclear power plant in Kursk, which underscores the potential threat level. Just recently, Russia's defense forces successfully intercepted a staggering array of threats, over 70 units, including advanced ATACMS missiles aimed at Crimea and hundreds of UAVs. This interception is a clear indicator of the escalating intensity of the ongoing conflict. The scale of these interceptions reflects the heightened level of aggression from Ukrainian forces and the robust defensive measures of Russia. Although both sides are still clarifying the full extent of these operations, the data suggests a significant escalation. The efficiency of Russia's military in countering these threats underscores their strategic preparedness and advanced defense mechanisms. In one recent operation, Russian forces reported intercepting 16 ATACMS missiles targeting Crimea and neutralizing hundreds of UAVs aimed at strategic positions. This showcases their capability to defend against sophisticated and widespread attacks. These interceptions are a testament to Russia's advanced defensive capabilities. The ATACMS missiles, designed for high-precision strikes, and the swarms of UAVs aimed at critical targets, exemplify the increasing intensity of the Ukrainian offensive efforts. Despite these aggressive tactics, Russian defenses have proven resilient, successfully neutralizing these threats. This indicates that Ukraine's attempts to penetrate deep into Russian territory are being effectively countered. The implications are profound, suggesting a strategic stalemate where Ukrainian forces are unable to make significant inroads. This ongoing exchange of strategic offensives and robust defenses is shaping the broader conflict dynamics. The ability of Russian forces to repel these attacks not only safeguards their critical infrastructure but also sends a strong message about their defensive prowess. As the situation continues to evolve, these strategic movements will play a pivotal role in determining the conflict's trajectory. The defensive strength displayed by Russia suggests a fortified position that could dictate future engagements. With that in mind, let's take a closer look at the significant strikes and their consequences. Scott Ritter has warned of the severe consequences of the ongoing conflict, emphasizing how it has put an immense strain on Ukraine's infrastructure and society. From record-breaking casualties to crippling energy crises, the situation remains dire. As Ukraine continues to face these immense challenges, the support from international allies and strategic responses will be crucial in the coming days. Thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned for more updates as we continue to follow this evolving story. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for the latest news and insights. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.